Hello again, everyone, and live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Steve Beverly with you. And once again, it's volleyball time in the Gulf South as Union University will be taking on Montevallo University from Alabama in another important Gulf South Conference matchup. Now, Union comes in with a record of 13-7, but last night had a 5-game winning streak snapped when the Lady Bulldogs lost to Alabama Huntsville in straight sets. UAH is just 1 game ahead in the standings. Union was going without Sydney Sample, one of its standout players, but as Coach Darren McClure will tell you in interviews that we'll bring you during the game, he doesn't use that as an excuse at all. He said, we just simply were beaten last night. Union has had a number of players to hit some big milestones, and there could be a big one today. Alyssa Tatch, and she'll get it today. When she gets her first kill, it'll be 500 for her career as a Lady Bulldog. And also, when we were with you Monday night, Laura Rose Gray hit 500 career kills, and Jordan Vick 2,000 career assists. That was in the game we brought you against Ouachita Baptist. We're currently 4th in the GSC standings, the Lady Bulldogs, and we're about set to go with this one. Union 5-3 in the conference. The leader is West Georgia. They're undefeated 9-0. Montevallo comes into this one 3-5 on the season, 9-11 overall. But before the game, talked to Coach McClure, and he said this Montevallo team is much better than their record indicates. And he says, I'm not just giving you coach speak there. He said, I think they are surprised that the win-loss record is not better than what it is. This is fall break on the Union campus, so not a very large turnout here on this Saturday afternoon, but no matter, for those of you who are with us, if you're parents, and particularly for these young ladies who have had to sacrifice fall break because they had an athletic schedule, I know you're glad to see them from both schools. So sit back and enjoy this as Union tries to get back on the track. Montevallo defeated Christian Brothers last night in a matchup down in Memphis, and so they want to keep their winning streak alive. Lady Bulldogs coming into last night had won 5 in a row and 7 of their last 9, so they're 7-3 in the last 10 matchups. Montevallo not stranger to this floor because the Falcons back in Labor Day weekend in the Union University Invitational Classic, they ended up just absolutely winning 3 out of their 4. Union swept their 4. And so to start it, it is Jordan Vick with the first serve of the contest. And perfect little dink underneath, and Union takes the first point at 1-0. For those of you, again, who join us for the first time, you go to 25, you have to win by 3, except if it goes to a 5th set, it is 15. And that one's going to go way back in the back. They're going to have to hurry to get this one over. Nice curl to get it for the Falcons. Beautiful angle by Tatch, but here they go. And it goes inside the line, so we're tied at 1. Coach McClure told us that he expects an evenly matched bout with these Falcons. Coach Katie O'Brien bringing her team in here. And there was a tie-up in the net, so give the point to the Falcons. Montevallo with a 2-1 lead. As we've seen in our first 3 digital telecasts, what you wind up with in these early points, and that one's way beyond the end line, so we're tied at 2. What you really find out in the early going of these contests is both teams are trying to find out what the other weaknesses are. Alyssa Tatch, the senior, is back to serve. She's from Texas. And Union dinks it over, and the Lady Bulldogs back to a 3-2 margin. And what we've seen is in the first set, Lady Bulldogs tend to play pretty well even with their opponent, particularly when they're at home in that first set. That was a little bit of a surprise and a fake. Union will get the set and give it back to the Falcons. That was a third hit, and so Montevallo, and coming in for the Falcons is Jillian Morgan, the 6'1 sophomore from Lafayette, Georgia. She went to Lafayette High School, and to serve is Colton Thompson, redshirt senior. And here we go. This is going to be a nice volley here. Way beyond the line. But it was off the hands of Union, and so it is a 4-3 lead as the teams have been seesaw here in the first 6 minutes of this contest. Here goes your set. And they tried to get the dink over and almost did. Montevallo playing very strong defense up front and give the point to the Falcons. That one goes wide right. We'll be asking Coach McClure a little bit later in this contest about how hard it is to just shake off a straight set loss such as last night. And there you go. Woo-hoo! That is one of those that when you see Tatch on the way and she's got Jordan Vick around her, you just get out of the way. Here we go. Emily Grace Calhoun. And let's see for the ruling, and it's going to go back to the Falcons. A 6-4 Montevallo lead. This team from Central Alabama and not terribly far from Birmingham or Montgomery. And nice block on the inside. They are really well prepared for this strong Union up front. 7-4. And it's Evelina Turan, the 6'2" from Fort Walton Beach. And the high set. And the block, and Union gets it. Went off the hands of Montevallo, went right, and so the Lady Bulldogs cut it to a 7-5 deficit. Back to serve. It's Blakemore. Nice save in the backcourt by Tatch. And nice reach over. Very softly, perfect angle for Reese Owens. She's the 5'10 freshman from Jonesboro, Arkansas, and so back to serve again is Blakemore. She's got that left-handed serve. Soft one, almost fooled the Lady Bulldogs. And that one's wide left, just beyond the boundary line, and so Union trails it now 8-6. Montevallo has maintained pretty much a 1 to 2 point lead throughout this early portion of the first set. And again, nice angle, perfect geometry by Laura Rose Gray from Hallsville, Texas. Back to serve now, Reese Owens. Union trailing by 1. Here you go, the high set. And you just cannot stop that kind of trajectory on the ball, particularly even if you've got 3 players in the vicinity. It is just hard to get up there and stop it. And that's going to go way back there. They managed to save it. That was great, great awareness on the part. And there you go. Tatch has that all the way back to where the, the reserves are standing for Montevallo. When Alyssa gets that going, it is a 9-8 game. And as we say, Alyssa is on the verge of her 500th career kill. And nice recovery. Beautiful job by Macy Martin, the 6-foot sophomore from Houston, Texas, to tie this game up at 9. Back to serve is Megan Schramm. She's from Noonan, Georgia, about a half hour outside of Atlanta. And again, nicely navigated on that angle over on the right-hand side, and Union back to the 10-9 lead. Checking in for the Lady Bulldogs, Emily Grace Calhoun. And back to serve, it is Haley Ramsey, the 5'9 senior from Millington, Texas. Haley has that 2-step and jump approach to her serve. Good save in the backcourt. Nice recovery on the part of the Falcons. Off the hands, but a good save once again. Beautiful setup. That setup was absolutely perfect by Thompson, and it was Allie Dishman who delivered the coup de grace. And so back to serve is Macy Martin. We're all tied at 10. Union the set. This has been a really, really good first set. That one was just way, way, way too hard for Montevallo to be able to counter. Back to serve for Union, Jordan Vick. She's the junior from Camden, Tennessee, about an hour up the road from Jackson. Nice recovery up front. Here goes the set. That trajectory was just perfect. Absolutely. You got the combination up front of Tatch, Calhoun, and Blakemore. It is hard to defend, and we have timeout. Union 3 straight points to lead it 12-10, and we'll be right back after this message of interest for you.
If you're a Christian college or starting the college search process, I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Darren McClure encouraging his team after a 3-point rally to take a 12-10 lead. Nobody's been on top by more than 2 in this first set. And over here you see Katie O'Brien and Jason McCown trying to keep their team very calm. Last night they had a very, very strong 3-set victory over Christian Brothers. And that's the one thing, the Montevallo team has not been able to get a long streak going this season, and they want to be able to do that. They're 4-5 in their last 9 outings, but they're hoping that that one last night is a turnaround for the final month of the season. Here's Vick with a serve. Nice save in the backcourt by Ramsey. And Tatch cannot be denied whatsoever. Alyssa just pounded that one home. Here's Vick again. Union with the largest lead of the first set now, 13-10. It goes into the net twice, but they save it. And that's off the hands of Union, and so it is going into the Montevallo corner, 13-11, snapping a 4-point run by the Lady Bulldogs. And back to serve is Dishman. Allie Dishman from Carrollton, Georgia. That's going to be inbounds. That was a measured curl with the two-hand return, and so Union back to the 14-11 lead. And Tatch to serve. She's got 2 styles of serves. One is a little bit softer. That's one of them right there. Union with the recovery. And too long. Beyond the end line, just did not get enough downward flight on it, and so it's back to a 14-12 game. Checking back in for Montevallo is Jillian Morgan. And to serve is Colton Thompson from Fairhope, Alabama. Here we go. Watch this one. Wasn't a doubt in my mind what was about to happen there, and it was Blakemore who just slammed it home. 15-12, and coming in to serve is Bailey Hughes. She's the 5'8 freshman from Murfreesboro. Bailey has that pounding bounce before she lets go with the serve. Terrific job on the inside. I don't think Union was really prepared for that one to have that downward flight as much, and a nice job on that by Jillian Morgan. And to serve is Evelina Turan from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Here we go. Left-handed return. Nice save in the backcourt by Union. Here they go. This is an excellent volley and just out of the range of Evelina. And so here you go. Union back to that 3-point lead and with the serve. And it is Greta Blakemore from Lexington, Kentucky, the pride of Lexington Christian Academy. Great save on the inside, and Tatch almost reflexive. Oh, my goodness. Alyssa had that one just completely navigated on the inside. A beautiful job by the up front of Montevallo. So now to serve is going to be Casey Hendrickson. She's from Burleson, Texas. And give it to Union. A 17-14 Lady Bulldog lead. Alyssa Tatch in this one has eclipsed her 500th career kill. She's had 2, so she's at 501. And look at that one. Nice block. Beautifully handled by Laura Rose Gray. That 6'3" extension really helps up front, and Union with its biggest lead now at 18-14. Been relatively free of service errors so far in this first set. And here you go. Nice block by Montevallo, but it goes beyond the end line, and Union now up by 5, 19-14. And timeout is called. We're going to go to one of our interviews that we had to do earlier before this contest with Union coach Darren McClure. Union, as we mentioned, lost in straight sets last night to Alabama Huntsville after winning 5 in a row. We asked him to give us his observation on what happened last night.
Huntsville's a good team, and we knew we needed to be ready to play the game last night, and quite frankly, they just played better than we did last night. We were a man down, and that was unfortunate. Disrupted the flow of our defense a little bit, but we still could have played a little bit better. We're just thankful for the opportunity to get back on the floor today and to compete again, and we'll see what happens out there today.
Well, Darren McClure giving an honest assessment. He said, we just got beat last night. And that's what I like about a coach, that he doesn't go into coach speak with it. He just said, you know, we had our opportunities, but we just couldn't capitalize. And so far, Lady Bulldogs today up by 5 at 19-14. You see Darren looking over his roster, and there he is. He's always working with his assistants and coaching up the players who are not in the game at a given point. And here we go with the serve is Reese Owens. That was a deep one, and it goes to Union. It was not out of bounds, and so an ace gives Union a 6-point lead at 20-14. This is where Montevallo has to really stay under composure, because you can easily allow a team like Union to go on a 3, 4, 5-point run. Here's the set. The dink right there, perfectly navigated, beautifully done by Jordan Vick. Make it a 21-14 lead for Union. Up 7, and Owens back to serve. She has that high jump, but has the downward trajectory on her serves. Union with a save. Now watch this. Nice save on the part of Montevallo. This is a good volley. They're going to have to hurry. They managed to get it over. There's going to be a high set. Wide. Just a little bit wide left, and so that ends Union's string, and it's a 21-15 lead. And for the Falcons, an opportunity to try to go on a run of their own. And to serve is Megan Schramm. Blocked. Gray looked to go up forward and try to get one of those soft ones to go over, and this front line of the Falcons is very, very well prepared for what Union does. That one was wide. Tried to get it a little bit left beyond the Union defenders, and it just went wide, and so Union up 22-16, 3 points away from taking the first set. And here again is Haley Ramsey. The high jumping serve, and hers goes wide, so we match service errors. And it's 22-17. The Falcons still in it, still alive. And back to serve is Macy Martin from Houston, Texas. That's the perfect geometry on the part of Tatch. And she did that going left to right instead of straight down the middle. 23-17. Union 2 away from a first set victory. And here is Jordan Vick with the serve. Here's the set. And you heard the whistle. It's set point. Union up 24-17. Vick is going to try to wrap it up right here. Left-handed serve goes left. Nicely handled. A great save. This is, again, is what I talk about, where Coach O'Brien definitely is trying to just, even though your team is 6 down, keep them calm. You're not out of it yet. Now watch the high set again. No way you're going to stop Tatch with one like that. Down the middle between the defenders, and Union has won the opening set 25-18. Let me run down some of these stats. Union with an edge in kills 18-8. And in digs, 23-12. Each team has had one service ace, but Montevallo with 3 service errors to 1 for Union. And an assist, the Lady Bulldogs with 14-8 for the Falcons. And just looking down our points so far, 5 points each for Laura Rose Gray, for Alyssa Tatch, and for Reese Owens. And over for Montevallo, 4.5 points for Dishman, 2.5 for Morgan Hoffman, and 3 for Tehran. And so here we are. We're at end of our first set. Union wins it 25-18. We're going to take a pause for a moment and bring you a word of interest. And when we come back, we'll have set number 2. So stay with us, everybody.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Be an employee equipped for advancement. Be a role model to your kids, your coworkers, your friends. Be a dreamer, an example, a finisher. Be a success story and a college graduate with an associate or bachelor's degree for adult students from Union University. At Union University, be transformed.
We're about set to start the second set here. Union winning the first one 25-18, and after it was a relatively even match until we got to about 15 points, it was really a solid effort down the stretch by the Lady Bulldogs. Now, to start it off with the second set, it is going to be Macy Martin with the serve for Montevallo as they want to try to even this match up. Here's the set. That one goes sky high off of Tatch's hard smash. Union's going to try hard to see if they can save this one, and they do. Beautifully done on the inside. Oh, my goodness. And frankly, you weren't sure whether it was going to be Dishman, Tehran, or Thompson to come through with that, because any one of the three could have done it. And first point goes, nice downward, but a recovery on the part of Montevallo, and they are really getting those inside slams very hard, and Tatch saved by the backcourt of the Falcons. It goes wide, but it's off of the hands of the Lady Bulldogs, and Montevallo like a house of fire here in this second set, out to a 2-0 lead. So far in our digital telecast, we have not had a game to go beyond straight sets. What a soft one on the inside. And that was really just a terrific job. And going back to serve it right now. Here you go, Jordan Vick. She really had the soft trajectory on that one. That one hits the net, but it's all right. And when you get them all going up at one time like that, and everybody's grinning over part of the Falcons, because I'm not sure they thought it was going to go through, but they have a 3-1 lead, and back to serve is Dishman. Allie, the 6-foot sophomore, and that one is inbounds. Union thought it was going to go wide, and the Falcons are up 4-1 in this second set. Trying to get the match all square. Dishman again, into the net. That is in service errors number 4 for the Falcons. And back to serve is Tatch. Let's see which style she uses this time. And just a real standing serve at that point. Union with the save. This has got to go. Nice defense in the midcourt. Both teams with a good volley here. Softly returned, and Tatch with a good save in the backcourt. And let's see which way this is going to go. Give it to Montevallo. And there may be a discussion on this one. Well, perhaps not. It's 5-2. The place got eerily quiet. But the Falcons are on top 5-2, and it is Colton Thompson, who went to Bayside Academy. And here she is for her serve. She's a freshman. Watch the back set. I'll tell you, this backcourt defense is excellent on the part of Montevallo, who goes up now 6-2. And this is where, when you're between sets and you lose the first one, your coach just comes to you and say, okay, let's put this behind you. Let's move forward. Let's deal with it as we need to. And that's exactly what Montevallo has done to start this set. Left-handed return, but nice defense once again, and it goes off the hands of the Lady Bulldogs. So Montevallo is on a run. It is a 5-point run to lead it 7-2, and they seem to be a lot more loose and relaxed in this second set. Thompson to serve. Downward flight inside for the Lady Bulldogs, 7-3. I've had questions from people who are accustomed to volleyball back in the days when you had to serve in order to score the point. That went by the boards a long time ago. They used to call it rally rules. And what it is that you do not have to serve to get a point. And that has really speeded up the game so much more, because sometimes, and there goes wide, Union closes it to 7-4. That has really accelerated the pace of the games because you're not playing forever trying to score off serve. Here you go, that pounding before Hughes delivers. And that one goes completely downhill, and Union can't save that one, 8-4. That was excellent geometry on the return by the Falcons. And this is Evelina Turin from Fort Walton Beach. Here we go. Watch the set. Tatch with a hard one, but that backcourt has been very strong with saves. All right, they got to go here. Nice save over on the left-hand side by the Lady Bulldogs. A great volley here by both teams. That's wide. Give it to Union. Just did not get the downward flight quickly enough, and it went wide. Back to serve for Union. Greta Blakemore. She had that left-hand serve on the two-step approach. Beautiful, beautiful return. Excellent job by Macy Martin. Macy just absolutely delivered that one. I would not want to be in the path of that one. Hendrickson with the serve, and Union tried to get it softly over, trailing 9-5. Make it 10-5. Just no way you could handle that, and I have really been impressed with the aggressiveness on the part of the Falcons here in this second set. They look like a different team. And Union, a little bit of miscommunication there. Nobody coming over to pick it up, and it is a 6-point lead, the biggest one for the Falcons. And they are going to have timeout on the floor. And while they do that, we're going to take timeout for a message of interest to all of you at home.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
Darren McClure trying to settle down his Lady Bulldogs, who have fallen behind 11-5 here in this second set. But Montevallo, as I say, they're playing with a lot more energy here. And particularly, you see the play has been stepped up by Dishman here in this second set. She's up to 6.5 points in the game, and Martin with 6 digs, 7 digs for Hendrickson. So the defense on the part of Montevallo has been tremendous. And here goes the Tatch. And that goes up into the bleachers, and Union makes it an 11-6 game. And here's Reese Owens with the serve. They go high and inside, blocked by Union, and that's going to be almost out of control, but a beautiful save again by the backcourt. They are really playing well and playing together. And that's, again, a front court save. And that's Morgan. Jillian Morgan just was very well prepared, anticipated that return. And they have really scouted some of those soft returns that Union attempts to make up at the net. And now to serve Megan Schramm, the sophomore at 5'6" from Noonan, Georgia. And again, they've got tremendous saves here, and it goes off of the fingertips of Union. Laura Rose Gray could not save that one, and it is a 7-point lead at 13-6. Here again is Schramm. There you go. That one was pounded. There was no way that Laura Rose was going to be denied on that one. A 13-7 game, and Union hoping to be able to get a rally off of this. It is Ramsey to the serve. She has 8 digs in this game so far. She and Hendrickson are the leaders. Union with the save. Nope, they say it went wide, and so it's going back to Montevallo. Union could not capitalize more than a single point, so it's 14-7. And back to serve is Macy Martin. She has a tremendously downward flight on her serves. Now this one's got to go. The backcourt saves. There's the dink. But they did save it. They managed to do it. And again. And it was in bounds. It's a little bit difficult to see from our camera angle at times when you got the white on tan of the boundary lines, but it was indeed in bounds, and it is a 9-point lead. That's the biggest lead anybody's had in either set, and Union cannot save. Union looks like a different team as far as its ability to rally, and you can see the relaxed nature of Macy Martin at 17-7, make it 16-7. And again, good backcourt defense. And it goes off the hands of the Lady Bulldogs. A 10-point lead for Montevallo, 17-7. Martin saves it, serves it into the net. That is the 5th service error, and for Union, something they valiantly needed at this point. And here goes Vick. Again, another downward flight. The midcourt is really working well here. And Union right into the net. They could not get down low enough to save it. Lady Bulldogs down by 10 once again, 18-8. This looks like it's just been all Falcons. And to serve is Dishman, who's had herself quite a second set. And they can't save that one. It was a nice diving opportunity over in the corner by Martin, but she couldn't save that one, so it's an 18-9 game, and Tatch back to the serve. Let's see how Alyssa delivers. That's a standing serve once again. There's a save, and they got to get this one in. The curl. And Union with a nice block up front. Nicely done by both Calhoun and Blakemore. Tatch to serve. Union cuts it to 8. Lady Bulldogs have been down by 10 twice. There's your set, and that's going to go away. That was one of those you just simply can't control your fingertips when it gets up front. Lady Bulldogs with 2 in a row now. It's 18-11, and we'll take a timeout. And as we do, we had an opportunity to talk to Union coach Darren McClure before the game and just ask him what he felt like this Montevallo team was going to bring to the table this afternoon.
Montevallo is good. Their record right now in the conference is not the best. I think if you were to ask their coaches, they expected themselves to be better than what their record shows. It speaks a lot to the league right now. The league is very competitive this year, so they've had a little bit of a rough stretch, but they won last night, and I expect them to compete very hard today for sure. So we need to be ready to play.
And we'll be hearing more from Darren later in our telecast, but Union making a little bit of a flurry here. 18-11 your score after falling down 18-8, so the Lady Bulldogs with a 3-point run. But for them to be able to get back and have an opportunity to take this set, they need a 5, 6, 7, maybe 8-point run to get this to where maybe you're back into a seesaw margin. And again, as we mentioned, for people who just join us, and I don't want to sound like I'm being elementary on this, but a lot of people, if you don't watch the Olympics, you may not know, but it's 25. Years ago, games went to 21. It's 25, and you got to win by 2. Tatch to serve. And let's see how Alyssa plays it. and saves it in the backcourt. This has got to go right into the net. Could not get it high enough. Just not enough there for Jordan Vick to be able to get it above the net, and so it's a 19-11 game. This set so far has favored the Falcons almost from the time we were at about the 5th point. And that one was just killed right through the arms of Hendrickson. So Union gets it back 4 of the last 5 points, 19-12, and it is Bailey Hughes to serve. And she has that pounding prep and then that hard right-hand serve. Here's the set. Tatch, and it was blocked beautifully up front. As I say, they have really watched some tape on Union, or if they haven't, they know exactly what to expect. And, of course, playing on this floor and being able to see Union back on Labor Day weekend, they had a pretty good idea of what was coming up front. There's your set, and just no way you were going to stop that one by Jordan Vick. Powerful return. So Union cuts it to 20-13, and it is Blakemore to serve. Going left-handed. Good fake. And the whistle. Give it to Union. In the net, so it's 20-14. Lady Bulldogs narrowing it a little bit more, having picked up 6 of the last 8 points. Oh, I could almost see that as it hit the palm of her hand. Just downward right into the net. And a service error was not what the Lady Bulldogs were looking for at this point. Hendrickson to serve for Montevallo. Here they go. Look for the big one. Now this has got to go. Nice and soft, and it went off of the foot of Laura Rose Gray, but really Laura Rose had no way of being able to pick that one up. So it's 22-14. Montevallo is 3 points away from evening this up at 1 set apiece. Now they got to go with this one. Perfect downward trajectory. Outstanding on the part of Dishman. She and Morgan, a tremendous up-front combination. A 9-point lead once again. Union did cut it to 6. That backcourt is playing so well also for Montevallo. And it's out of bounds. Union has it 23-15. Reese Owens trying to get a strong serve and get Union back to within maybe about 3 to 4 points, maybe get a run. And that went low, and it went right into the net, and so Union cuts it to 7 at 23-16. And if you're Darren McClure at this point, the biggest thing is that you do the same thing that was done by Katie O'Brien in the first set, is just keep your team calm and let them continue to know you're not out of it yet, even though they've got 23. And it's going to go to Montevallo, and it is set point at 24-16. Trying to serve the victory is Megan Schramm. Downward flight. Perfectly navigated by Tatch, and so we are at 24-17. Lady Bulldogs still alive. Ramsey to serve. Ramsey is 5'9", and the senior gets it low. Give it to Union. Apparently hit the floor, so Union closes to within 6, but they cannot afford an error on offense because it is still set point. Ramsey the serve. Union the save. Tatch powers it. It goes to the ceiling, but that's okay. That's considered part of the game. Beautiful job of recovery. And it is Montevallo taking the second set. It is Martin who connects with the final volley there, and it's 25-18 in the second set. So we are all even at 1, and for the first time since we've been on digital telecast, Union has lost a set on television. So let's look at where we stand so far right now. Union still with the lead in kills, 27-25, but that's a much narrower margin than what we had in the first set, where Union had an 11-kill advantage, and assists are now even up at 23. There seemed to be a lot more playing together on the part of Montevallo in that second set. Diggs, Union still on top with that one, 41-34. But Montevallo has picked up 3 service aces, and that is huge, particularly when you're trying to make a comeback against a team that pretty much dominated the first set in Union. So we can wipe it off now. It's now 2 out of 3 falls with the winner. It really has, and you really look at everything. This third set, now that we're even, is probably going to be pivotal for both teams, because you don't want to be a team that has to go down and come back and take the last 2. So this third set is really critical for each team where we go. Let's look at some individual stats before we go to a message. And as we look in Diggs, Hendrickson with 10 for Montevallo, 8 for Tehran. In kills, it is 9 for Tehran and 8 for Dishman. So they have really been dominating. In points, Dishman with 11. She had a terrific second set there and really padded her totals. Evelina with 9, and then 5.5 for Macy Martin. Over for Union. Let's look at the kills. It is 6 for Tatch and 6 for Gray and 6 for Owens. Pretty divided where that's concerned. When it comes to assists, Jordan Vick, who is just piling them on, 21 in this game. As we mentioned, she's already gone over 2,000 assists for her career and did that this past Monday night in the game that we had against Ouachita Baptist. And then looking at, we only had 1 service ace, and that was from Reese Owens. But also looking at another key category, let's look at the Diggs. 9 for Ramsey, 9 for Blakemore, 8 for Alyssa Tatch, 9 for Vick. So they've spread that all around. And then Laura Rose Gray with 7 points, as is Reese Owens, and 6 for Alyssa Tatch. So it's all square now, 1 set apiece. Let's take this break, and when we come back, we'll have a very important third set between Union and Montevallo.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Be an employee equipped for advancement. Be a role model to your kids, your coworkers, your friends. Be a dreamer, an example, a finisher. Be a success story and a college graduate with an associate or bachelor's degree for adult students from Union University. At Union University, be transformed.
And we're about set to go with the start of the second set, I should say. Steve Beverly with your ever-cool, ever-present director and executive producer, Paul Schultze from Worthy Road Studios, bringing you this Gulf South Conference matchup between Union and Montevallo, all tied up at 1 set apiece. And as we say, this is a pivotal set now that you have had it go one even, because you don't want to force yourself into a situation of having to come from behind 2 out of 3 falls. Union with a serve, Montevallo, and a nice block up front by Tatch. And Union gets the first point. And Jordan Vick back to serve. Here goes the junior. Union with a block, but it goes out of bounds, and so it's all even at 1. We had a relatively even second set until it got to about the 10th point, and then all of a sudden, here you go. Montevallo went on a huge run, 7 in a row to make it an 18-8 game, and they really just couldn't be stopped from that point. Union with a 2-1 lead and attached to the serve. And this is where Union just needs to settle it down, but it goes wide. They had the block up front, but it went too far right. When that happens sometimes, it's because the spin on the ball that you get from your opponent. And here to serve is Thompson. Colton gets a hard one, and Union cannot control it. That was almost like a line drive that decided to catapult downward as it got over the net. And once again, that one went wide. So we're tied at 3. Had a couple of service errors on the part of Montevallo here in this third set. Checking in for Union, Bailey Hughes, and she'll serve. Again, that pounding prep that she does. And that whomp on her serve. There, the soft dink underneath. I again say the backcourt of this Montevallo team has been tremendous. Off the hands of the Lady Bulldogs front court. And the Falcons lead it 4-3. And back to serve again, Evelina Tehran. She goes 6'2". She went to Choctawhatchee High School. Again, this is a very patient team, and it goes over. A very patient Falcons team. They could have easily been rattled the way Union controlled that first set, but they settled down in the second set and midway through just have dominated since. And Union, again, that was an unforced error. And when you're the Falcons and you're playing on the road, you take every last one of those that you can get. Evelina to serve again. And again, that backcourt gets so low to save those pounding downward returns. Here you go. There you go. That's what we call smashing it in the box. You had a series of 4 defenders that were surrounding the area like a box, and you try to move it in between them. 6-4. Blakemore, the serve. And a little bit of confusion up front on the part of the Falcons, and Union has closed it to 6-5. As we mentioned, Union students on fall break Thursday and Friday, so not terribly many up in the stands today because most of them are at home. We're tied at 6. Remind everybody we'll be back with you again on Tuesday night as Union in a non-conference game takes on Harding University. And that one just, you could tell from, again, almost from our angle, you could tell as that dropped off her palm that it was going downward. And service error gives Montevallo a 7-6 lead as Hendrickson does the next serve. And Tatch, the bomber, just lets fly. So here we go. Owens with the game tied at 7. And again, each team, every point so important in this set to have that advantage. And again, the up front smashing angle. Terrific job by Thompson to make it an 8-7 lead by the Falcons. And going back to serve, it's going to be Megan Schramm. I love her hometown, Noonan, Georgia. I got many friends there. And that was one Union could not set up the smash, and Montevallo just took advantage of that inside move, and nobody was there to greet it for Union, and it's a 9-7 game. Schramm the serve, and it just goes backward off the hands of Ramsey. Again, a lot of times something like that will happen. Maybe you're not set well enough and you're not moving forward, but also because of the spin of the ball as it comes your way. Here's the set. And Union, that was very, very difficult to get a set there. And this is that point where you typically have seen, as we did in the second set, this Montevallo team, as they did last night against Christian Brothers in a straight set victory, they just begin to pile up the rallies and the points, and there was no way, a mad dash for Tatch trying to get it. And Union's going to take time out, falling behind 12-7. So we'll have a 30-second message of interest to all of you at home, and when we come back, we'll see if the Lady Bulldogs can rally or if it's another victory in the third set for Montevallo.
For a Christian college or starting the college search process, I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Darren McClure trying to get his team settled down. They played pretty even until this got to the 7th point, and now a few unforced errors on the part of the Lady Bulldogs and excellent defense on the part of Montevallo, and the Falcons have taken a 12-7 lead. Union won the first set, 25-18. It was an equivalent score, but Montevallo taking the second set. And now let's see how the Falcons play it. Megan Schramm going back to serve once again. Here's the set. And trying to save it, it goes wide, and Tatch just made it untenable for the Falcons, so it is a 12-8 game. Ramsey. She's got 9 digs in the contest now. They need some strong service from her. Here's the set. Perfectly timed and excellent angle on it. 13-8, Montevallo. And Macy Martin. This Montevallo team, after that first set, they just seem so loose and relaxed. And the pound by Tatch. And she's trying to rally this Lady Bulldog team in this one. She has 10 digs to lead the Lady Bulldogs and also 7.5 points. Back to serve is Jordan Vick. And again, that was one of those that you had 3 players, 1 on one side and 2 on the other, going up at the same time, and it dropped on Union side of the court. So back to serve is Dishman with a 14-9 lead. And that was unexpected, but a terrific job of curling that one home on just the second hit by Jordan Vick. Checking in for Union, Reese Owens. 14-10, Lady Bulldogs within striking range, and Tatch back to the serve. All right, let's see how the Bomber does it. That one goes right. They got to get this one over quick. All right, this one has to go. Tatch got him off the fingertips, and Union has it. Alyssa Tatch is so very, very patient on those returns, but particularly she's not rattled when she has to get one through on the third hit. 14-11 Union. You can see that pound getting ready to come. Here's the set. And give it back the other direction. Montevallo back to the 4-point margin at 15-11. Thompson getting ready to serve. The 5'10 freshman. Right into the net. That's been the weakest point on service, is that they've had quite a few service errors. In fact, that is number 8 in the game, 15-12. It's a 3-point game. And it is Hughes back to serve. Hughes with a line drive. That's going to go back too far. They cannot save that one. It went off the fingertips of Dishman, and so here you go. Union has closed it to within 2. Again, that line drive, and it was too far. It was in the same general vicinity, but just too far, too wide of the line, and so a service error. And Union has had 4 of those, makes it a 16-13 lead for Montevallo. You don't like to give those up at any time, but particularly in a tight game. And that one is just beyond the line, so make it a 17-13 lead. Union had trajectory on that, but just right on the edge beyond the line. Here's the set. Yeah, no way they're going to stop that. Absolutely no way. Vic just clobbered that one. Make it a 17-14 game. Montevallo has led since it was 2-1. Got beautiful downward trajectory on that serve. And it is wide. The return is wide, and so Union has closed it once again to 2. And back to serve is Blakemore. And that was one that Alyssa Tatch could have dug a hole and probably could not have saved that one. Again, the geometry just perfect. They're matching it return for return, and it's an 18-15 lead. Now, here you go. Again, nice dip to the court to save that one. This is a good volley. Union with the save. Tatch tried to go between the box, couldn't get it. All right, they're going to have to hurry. And the curl goes out of bounds. She was just a little bit too far left, and the return went too much right to left, and so it's a 19-15 lead. And this is where you get to these final 5 to 6 points, and it goes off the hands of Montevallo. And at 19-16, this is where the Lady Bulldogs have to really protect the court at this stage of the game, because you don't want to let them get between 21, 22, and then suddenly you're having to make a major rally. Could not save it. And again, soft return, trying to dive hard to pick that one up. But Morgan does a terrific job on it, and so it's a 20-16 game. We're within 5. This is what you would really call the red zone now for Montevallo. You get past 20, and that's where you really have to look at this. Nice downward trajectory on that one. Union's going to have to try to save that one. Tatch almost managed to get it across. It's in. A 21-16 lead. The red zone is there. 4 away from taking a 2-1 set lead. And it's Stram. It went low, and Tatch just could not get low enough and get it with the angle to keep Union in it. So it is a 6-point lead now, and we have timeout on the court. And as we mentioned to you last night, Union lost in straight sets to a very, very tough Alabama Huntsville team, and his team was only a half game ahead of Union in the conference standings. So we asked Coach Darren McClure how easy or how difficult it is to get a Union team to take the loss in stride, forget about it, and get back on the court and prepare to look at this as a brand new day. And here's what he had to say.
Honestly, I think my team has done a good job of that. They're pretty mature, and I think as a coach, the important thing is to reflect. You want them to reflect how you take those things. And emotionally, I even told my team I didn't handle last night very well. Like I coached in a different way. So I think the best way to do it as a coach is to respond appropriately today. We just approached today like, today was a new day. We had a conversation today about the sun came up today, so it's a new opportunity, and that's what I expect our team to do today. So it is challenging, but you just simply have to move on. It really is that simple. You just approach this game like last night was a bump in the road, and we're just ready to go today.
If you're a Union fan, you got to be a little worried now because this Montevallo team has a 6-point lead and 3 points away from taking the third set, which would give them a 2-1 margin here on Union's home floor. Let's see how the Lady Bulldogs play it out of the timeout. Tatch. Is it wide? No, it is inbounds, and so give it to Union. 22-17. And for Darren McClure, he has to hope his Lady Bulldogs can pull off about a 4 or 5 point run. And this is where patience really settles in and is so critical for both teams. And it goes down again. Fantastic left to right slam on the part of Macy Martin. She was not going to be denied, and they're 2 points away from taking this third set. Almost beyond the defenders. And let's see what happens. It goes high. Is it in? Nope. A 24-17 lead, so it is set point for Montevallo with Martin to the serve. And again, a little bit of miscommunication on there, and the Lady Bulldogs have dropped set number 2 to Montevallo that is playing with a lot more confidence. It is 25-17 in this third set, and so that means for Union, they're going to have to take the final 2 falls of this one to have any hope of being able to wipe off that loss last night and also not drop further in the conference standings because Montevallo is 3-5, Union is 5-3. We're going to take time out for a message of important interest to all of you at home, and when we come back, what could be the deciding set between Union and Montevallo, so stay with us.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Be an employee equipped for advancement. Be a role model to your kids, your coworkers, your friends. Be a dreamer, an example, a finisher. Be a success story and a college graduate with an associate or bachelor's degree for adult students from Union University. At Union University, be transformed.
Well, back we go. This is the all-important fourth set because it is do or die for Union. Montevallo would like to close this out, and this would be a huge one for them because they've been languishing in the bottom third of the Gulf South Conference volleyball standings, and they would love nothing better than to pull off an upset over Union on the Lady Bulldogs' home floor. 2-1 lead. Scoring right now, it is Tehran with the lead, 15 for Montevallo, 13 for Dishman. For Union, Alyssa Tatch, 11.5 points, 8 for Reese Owens, 9 for Gray. Here's the set. And that one was just too much on the inside. And Union trying to pick up a little bit of fire. Macy Martin driven to the canvas, and so it is Union with the first point and Tatch to the serve. And they're going to have to go right to left with this. And give it to Union. It is a 2-0 Lady Bulldog lead. And I know the big thing they would love to be able to is to get this thing started where they get off to a 4 or 5 point lead to begin. And that one was just absolute sheer smarts on the part on the inside by Thompson. Just easily slinked it over the net. Nobody was expecting it. With the serve is Dishman. And the block, but it goes out of bounds, and it is Union ball with the point. 3-1 Lady Bulldogs. If we go to a fifth set, it will be only to 15 points, but again, the teams have to win by 2. Here's your set. And it's just inside the line, so give it back to Montevallo. Trailing 3-2, and Thompson to the serve. A lot of enthusiasm on the part of this entire Montevallo team. And the smash, and we are tied at 3. They have found the open compartments against this Lady Bulldog team that we have seen all too often Union do to its opponents. And that one's not going to be saved. It was at least an attempt on the part of Evelina to try to get back there and save it, but not this time. She's the game leader with 14 kills. And that one is in bounds. They have done a terrific job of being able to get it just inside the end line. So Evelina to serve it. She's had 9 digs and 16 points in this game. And it goes off the fingertips. It was out of bounds, but it was off the fingertips of Montevallo, so it is a 5-4 Union lead. You don't care what the score is as long as you just win it by 2. That one went wide, just beyond the right-hand end line, and so Union now with a 2-point lead at 6-4, trying to get this match all even at 2. There's the high set and the block. Here you go. Watch for this smash. They got to get this one over. Watch your set. Good defense in the backcourt. Union, it goes into the net, but they may save it. Nope. Give it to Montevallo. Tatch was beyond the end line, and so it's a 6-5 game. Nobody can get a real cushion here in this set, and it's Hendrickson with the serve. Big smash by Tatch. Regardless of how this ends up, Tatch is having herself a game. 12 kills to give her 511, now 13, 512 for a career. Back to serve is Ramsey. And watch the smash. Nope, too long. Could not get the downward flight. That was more like a straight line drive, and it was beyond the end line. So Union, the lead is only one at 7-6 in this fourth set. Here goes Schramm with the serve. Too much power on it. She must have found some box of pumpkin spice Wheaties this morning that I haven't been able to see on the store shelves, probably because of the supply chain being messed up. Because that was just huge power and too much. Vick, the serve. Union, the save. And the dink. Lady Bulldogs now with a 9-6 lead, and that's the largest lead they have had since the second set. Vick to serve. And it goes into the net. They tried to save it, but didn't get it up high enough. A 10-6 Union lead. Let's take time out for an important 30-second message, and when we come back, we'll see if the Lady Bulldogs can even it all up or if Montevallo takes it all home.
If you're a Christian college or are starting the college search process, I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Lady Bulldogs playing a little bit more loose in this set after dropping set 2 and 3 up 10-6. Remember, we'll be back with you again Tuesday night at 7 o'clock right here on the Union Digital Network with a non-conference outing as Union takes on the folks from Arkansas at Harding University. And we'll be with you, as we say, 7 o'clock Central Time. Hope you'll join us for that. Then we won't be with you again until November the 2nd, as the team is going to go on 2 straight weekend trips, come back for 1 home game here in Jackson against West Alabama, and that one will be on Tuesday night, November 2nd. As we get to the final month of action in the Gulf South Conference race, that goes high. Here goes the set. The block, and it goes, no, they give it to Union. Union saves it. Lady Bulldogs now with a 5-point lead. What they can't do is grow careless at this stage. It is Vick the serve, but it goes into the net. And for Union, that is service error number 5. Back to serve for Montevallo. Macy Martin. That was a terrific attempt on the part of Alyssa Tatch, but they just simply could not save it. So it's an 11-8 game. Union losing some of that. They saved it. All right, Union's got to get this one over. Yep, that was the 4th hit. Remember, it doesn't matter if it goes into the net. You got to play it as if it was just a clean hit. So it's a 3-point rally And right between the defenders in the box. 12-9. Union stops the 3-point rally on the part of the Falcons and Tatch to serve. Union the save, but here goes Montevallo again, trying the dink. This has got to go, and it didn't. She was trying to curve that back over, was Calhoun, trying to curve that back over to her right, but it went left. And so it's 12-10 as Montevallo rallies. Dishman the serve. A hard slap. Trying to, and there you go. It's a 12-11 game. This Montevallo team does not panic at any given time, even falling down 5 at 10-5. Dishman again. Union trying to quell the rally. Got it between the defenders, and that was the 4th hit. So Union goes back on top, 13-11. And assistant coach Jason McCown just trying to give a little extra coaching out on the floor. Back to serve. It is going to be Emily Grace Calhoun. And it's wide. Wide left, and so a 14-11 Union lead as the Lady Bulldogs attempting to even this match. Calhoun stands 6'1". And Union with a block, and they cannot save it. Front court of Union anticipating very, very well. So for the Lady Bulldogs, it's a 3-point run now at 15-11. Here they go, getting that downward flight. Give it to the Falcons. Checking in is Morgan. Jillian Morgan, the 6'1" sophomore. Back to serve, Colton Thompson. That one almost into the stands, and just no way they could save that one. 15-13. Union with a bit of an unforced error. Thompson, who's had a strong game serving. She's got 7 digs in the contest this afternoon. Now this has got to go. And the curl goes through. And is it? Yes. Montevallo just inside the line, 15-14, and Thompson is now picked up 3 in a row. It's wide. Just too much power on it. She went to the serial counter as well this morning. 16-14. Lady Bulldogs clinging to a very tenuous lead here, trying to stay alive in the 4th set after losing the 2nd and 3rd, winning the 1st. Union could not stop the block. 16-15. Every point so important for both teams, but particularly for Union trying to stay alive. The set and the save by Montevallo. The downward flight once again. That is just tremendous effort on the part of Martin. And we are now tied at 16. Remember, Union led this 15-10 earlier in this set. And it goes wide. Union playing a little bit, I don't want to say rattled, but they are just absolutely playing, and timeout is called by Darren McClure because he wants to stop this bleeding. It's 17-16 in favor of Montevallo. Well, we had one other opportunity to talk to Darren McClure before the game, and one of the things we asked him about is that after this game and Tuesday night's game against Harding, this team is going to be on the road for 3 consecutive weekends. How grueling it is for this team to be able to face that kind of road trip week after week. particularly trying to get down the stretch in the Gulf South Conference race?
Well, not only is the fact that you're traveling going to be tough, but also the opponents, especially next week. You know, we have the crossover tournament with the Sunshine States Conference, which is one of the top volleyball conferences in the entire country. So that's going to be challenging. But we talked about the month of October back in August. We even mentioned it as part of our goals this year is to be closer together through that month of October, knowing it's going to be challenging. So if we identify it and know it, then we can prepare for it. So I'm anxious to see how our girls respond to all these road games that we have coming up, but I think they'll do a good job and compete well.
Good luck this afternoon,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
After Union had a 5-point lead in this fourth set, Montevallo has rallied to go ahead 17-16, and the stats are beginning to show it because Montevallo is now taking the lead in kills 49-45 and in assists 43-38 after trailing substantively in the first set. That's going to go way up to the ceiling, but they save it. Goes between the slots. Watch this. Yep. Union has tied it at 17. As we say, every point so crucial for the Lady Bulldogs in an attempt to stay alive for a 15-point fifth set. Off the hands of the Lady Bulldogs, it's back to a 1-point lead for the Falcons. And back to serve is Hendrickson. Casey, 5'6" sophomore from Burleson, Texas. Here's the set. And just beyond the backcourt defenders, it's tied at 18. This has been a thriller here in this fourth set. So much on the line, Union wanting to start a new winning streak and Montevallo wanting to extend the one that started last night at Christian Brothers. Now here goes and Union stops it. Lady Bulldogs edge back ahead, 19-18. You can sense a lot of pulse beats beginning to race here in Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee. That one curves. Union's got to get this one over. Tatch with a smash. Off the hands of Hendrickson, and Union now in the red zone, 20-18. They need 5 to extend it to a fifth set, and it is Ramsey to the serve. She's got 12 digs herself in this contest. Union saves it, and here goes the smash. Good volley on the side of both. Union with a good save in the backcourt. Tatch tried to go into the box, and they still managed to save it. Here we go. The set. It's in. And you can sense the Lady Bulldogs, and this one was nerve-wracking. 21-18, 4 points away from evening this up at 2 sets apiece. We got a message of very important interest to you at home, and when we come back, we'll see how this all plays out.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
Back we are, and this has been a thriller in this fourth set because Union got out to a 5-point lead at 10-5, and then all of a sudden, here comes the rally that you expect from a team like Montevallo that is much better than its record indicates, coming in at 9-11 and 3-5 in the Gulf South Conference. And then Montevallo with 2 1-point leads including at 18-17, but Union now with a 4-point rally and control. And it is Ramsey to the serve. Hope you've been enjoying this one. Steve Beverly with you with all of the color and excitement. Here's the set. They got to get this one over. And it goes off the hands of the Falcons, and it is a 22-18 lead. Ramsey back in service. Three points away from evening this match. And suddenly, silence. Paul Schultze can even hear right now. It's very difficult for him as our director to be able to pick up on everything as he's calling the shots of this game. And usually this kind of break is because they're wiping up some stuff off the floor, but instead the floor official is going over to make an adjustment. And I think it's with the ball. So here we go. They're going to throw that one out. And here is Ramsey once again. They're going to have to hurry to save this one. This has got to go over now. Blocked by Union up front. Terrific job by Emily Grace Calhoun. And you can see from the expression of Ramsey, I don't think anybody expected that. Union 2 points away from the victory. All right. And it goes wide and goes to Montevallo. Union could not save that off of the fingertips of the front court. So Montevallo still alive in the hopes of trying to end this all in the fourth set. And Schramm to serve, 23-19. Up. Miscommunication on the part of Union, and that one just went way wide, 23-20. What Union cannot afford is these unforced errors like that one. Schramm the serve into the net, and it is set point, 24-20. And back to try to even it all is Jordan Vick. The two-step jump and the serve. Union with a block, and we have an even match. We are going to set number 5. It is 25-20, and that was about as good as it gets because Union got out to 2 5-point leads, and then Montevallo came roaring back, got a 1-point lead itself, and then at one point managed to get within 1 point again. But the Lady Bulldogs right now are on top in this one and winning this one 25-20. So we are all even at 2 sets apiece. Let me run down some of the totals right now because they are mounting up. For Montevallo, 19 points in the game for Evelina Turan. Macy Martin, 12.5, 14 points for Dishman. And then if you look in kills, 17 for Turan and 11 for Dishman, 9 for Martin. So they have been the 3 big guns, and they have been tremendous for the Falcons. For Union, Alyssa Tatch, the leading scorer with 14.5 points, 11.5 for Emily Grace Calhoun, 13 for Laura Rose Gray, and then 10 for Reese Owens. And when it comes to digs, Blakemore with 17 of them, 13 for Jordan Vick, 12 for Haley Ramsey, 11 for Alyssa Tatch. And with kills, you expect Tatch, one of the leaders in the entire conference, to be on top. 14 of them to give her now 513 for her career. Pardon me, Mitt, just a little bit of something in my eye there. And 12 kills for Laura Rose Gray, 9 for Owens. And Union is even it back up in the kills department at 51. That shows you how even this entire match is. Assists, Montevallo just ahead at 45-43. A big thing that has been a difficulty today is service errors on the part of Montevallo, 11-5 for Union. But in aces, getting that first shot in with and scoring with the serve, you're looking at a 12-3 margin for the Falcons in that one. So it has been a relatively even match all the way around. And here we go. And the way it all happens here in this fifth set, we're 2 sets apiece. So they're going to play to 15, and you have to win by 2. So it is a shorter set. And so that means more than ever, every single point counts. And we'll see how it all shakes out between the Lady Bulldogs and the Falcons. There's your horn, and we're about set to go. And to serve it will be Montevallo. It is Macy Martin, who's had a fabulous afternoon. Union with a set. And a perfect smash on the part of Alyssa Tatch to give Union the first point of this set. The key is not to fall just completely soundly behind, and that's the third one. They managed to save it. They're going to have to get this one over, and they do. And it is Union with another one, 2-0. You can't afford to get soundly behind in this one. This is with a 15-point set. You cannot afford to get down 4 to 5 points. You got to stay within a couple. And Union takes the first 2. They're going to try to save it. They got to get it over. Good defense on the part of Union. The dink. And Montevallo taking advantage of Union being out of position and closing it to 2-1. And trying to even this fifth set is Dishman, who once again has had a fabulous afternoon. 14 points in the game. Here's your set. Easy one. They had to go out of desperation to save that one. Good combination there by Emily Grace Calhoun and Alyssa Tatch. And Tatch with the serve and a 2-point lead. This has been a dandy this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Union with a save. And that one was not expected by Montevallo, but they save it. And perfect left to right trajectory. Excellent job by Evelina. Just wonderful. And back to serve is Thompson. It's a 3-2 Union lead. Here's your set. Union the block, but it goes out of bounds. So we are tied at 3. And as we say, this is about as evenly matched a pair of teams as you could possibly want to see in this conference. Here's the high set. Union just was unexpecting. Just absolutely not expecting that one, and it went in reverse. So for the first time in this fifth and deciding set, Montevallo to the lead, and it went too strong. So a service error, the 12th in the contest for the Falcons, ties it up at 4. Here's Calhoun. Union's going to have to save it here. And it went off of 2 different defenders' arms. It was a double hit, so it's a 5-4 Montevallo lead. Tehran. That's going backwards, and they did a beautiful job of saving it. smash time in Jackson. Blake Moore evens the match and goes back to serve. Goes downward. This has got to go. Did it go wide? No, it was in bounds. A 6-5 lead for the Falcons. Each team has led twice. Hendrickson to serve. Nice recovery in the backcourt. Union the block. Wide. Tied at 6. This is like watching a roller coaster or a Ferris wheel just going up and down and up and down. It is so even between these two. It's Owens with the serve. The pound. Here it goes. Is it? Yes. Stays just inside the line as Tatch smashed it from an unusual angle going left to right, and Union back to the lead at 7-6. And the block is there for Laura Rose Gray, and it is an 8-6 Union lead, and timeout is called. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll come back for this thrilling finish. So everybody, don't go to the refrigerator. Stay with us.
53 national championships. More than 600 annual graduates. Thousands of lives changed. The Gulf South Conference.
As you see Darren McClure having his conference with the Lady Bulldogs, the key for both of these coaches at this point, keep your team alert but loose. Don't keep them tight. Don't keep reminding them that every point counts. They know that. They can look up at the scoreboard and see exactly what it is. The most important thing is just playing every point at the angle that you're looking at on the floor, trying to get it between your defenders. If you're up front looking for an angle to get it between the 4 people that are usually in the box of defenders, Union by 2. And there's the serve into the neck, a service error, unfortunately for Reese Owens. That's only Union's 4th of the contest, but it makes it an 8-7 game now. That is the last thing that the Lady Bulldogs were looking for. And to serve is Megan Schramm. And it went wide. Just too much on it. It had a good downward trajectory, but it just did not fall inside the line. So the two teams trade service errors, and here goes Ramsey back to serve. Union 9-7 on top in this 5th and deciding set. Trying to save it and just not able to get their perfect slow trajectory on that. Just a little curve. And it's a 9-8 game with Macy Martin back to serve. Here's your set. They weren't expecting that one. They were looking for the high set, and it went off the hands of Hendrickson, and it's 10-8 Union. And here is Vick with that 2-step approach. And they'll never save. Yes, they did. I had no. So give the point. I thought that ball was inbounds, but it was just a bit out. So it's 10-9 now. Serving is Dishman. Here you go again. They couldn't fool them that time. And that's going up to the ceiling. We are tied at 10. I'm telling you, folks, if your pulse is racing high, I understand it. This has got to go for Union. Going down again. That is just fantastic offense on the part of Tehran. And timeout is called by Union as the Lady Bulldogs are now trailing 11-10, and we'll keep it right here. As you look at how all of this has transpired, Union won the first set at 25-18, and then it went 25-18 the other way. And then Montevallo taking the third set. And then Union rallying back in set number 4 after falling behind. Union has had the lead at least by a couple of points for most of this set, but Montevallo now on top by 1. And remember, you win by 2, and this is at 15. This is not going to 25. This is at 15. So here you go. I cannot emphasize enough how crucial every point is. Union playing without the services of Sydney Sample today, as they were last night. And she has a tremendous serve that the Lady Bulldogs rely on tremendously, but injuries are part of the game. So with a 1-point lead, as Darren McClure instructs his backcourt, here you go with Dishman. Allie Dishman. Too much on it. Union very patient and let it drop. It's 11-all. And it is Tatch to serve. We'll watch it with you. Union the block. And that was the third hit. They could not save it, so the Lady Bulldogs a 2-point rally to go up 12-11 and in control of the serve. Tatch once again. You got to win by 2 and do it at 15. Here's the set. Union with a block once again. An excellent move on the part of Emily Grace Calhoun, and we got another timeout. So we are going to take another 30-second break. Lady Bulldogs up 13-11, 2 away from victory. Don't go anywhere.
If you're a Christian college or starting the college search process, I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Union had fallen back 11-10 in this 5th and deciding set, but 3 consecutive points, 2 away from victory. And Alyssa Tatch on the serve. And this has been one of those that, as my old friend Mitzi Oxford used to say, make you slap the taste out of your grandma's mouth. Here's the serve. The set. Tatch the save. Tatch another save. And the kill is too far back. And you got fans who don't like the call, but it was. We could see it from our vantage point. It's a 13-12 game. Back to serve is Thompson. 3 points away from victory. The set. And the pound, and it's off the hands of Montevallo. It is match point Union, 14-12. To serve it, it's Calhoun. Goes high. Here goes the pound. Union could not save it. 14-13. Now Montevallo will have to have at least 16 to win it. Here is Evelina Tehran. Union with the set. And it is fantastic in the middle. Tatch with that pounding, and Union has won it 15-13. Absolutely no way you were going to deny Alyssa Tatch in one of the real thrillers of this entire volleyball season. The Lady Bulldogs have finally come from behind 2-1 and have upended Montevallo 3-2. The final one 15-13. And as they come off the floor, you got to know that they're exhausted. They're mentally drained out of this one. And I got to salute both of these teams. This was just one of those, it could have gone either way in that set. Probably the key was Union getting off to that 2-0 lead, because it means you got to expend more energy, just like it happens in basketball. You got to expend more energy to rally. And this Montevallo team got up 11-10, but Union came from behind, got a 13-11 lead. It became 13-12, and then at 14-12, 14-13, and then Union with that smash at the end to make it 15-13. Let me wrap up some totals here for you as we try to get you back home and to watching whatever college football game you want to see today. And for Montevallo, a tremendous game for Evelina Turan, and she almost brought them back there in that fifth set. 23 points in the game, 10 digs, and how about this, 21 kills. She was unbelievable today. Allie Dishman with 16 points in the game and 13 kills. For Hendrickson, 19 digs in this game. Macy Martin, 13.5 points and 10 kills. A terrific game on her part. And then you look at somebody like Morgan with 8 points in the game, and you can look at her stats all the way across the board, 7 kills. This Montevallo team played their hearts out, and just simply it was a case of how it all dropped at the end, and that Alyssa Tatch power was impossible to stop. Alyssa was Union's leading scorer with 16.5 points, and she also had 16 kills. Her first one today put her at 500 for her Union career, and now with 515 overall, and she had 14 digs in the game. It was 14.5 points for Emily Grace Calhoun. Boy, she was powerful down the stretch. 10 kills on her part. For Laura Rose Gray, 15 points and 13 kills in the contest. And then for Reese Owens, she had 10 points as well as 9 kills and 4 digs. It was just really a team effort. And I also got to salute Haley Ramsey with 13 digs in this one. It was a team effort on the part of Union, because it could have been very easy after losing last night in straight sets to Alabama Huntsville. Could have been very easy for them to fold up once they got down 2-1. But they made a strong rally after falling behind in that fourth set. And then here in the 15-point fifth set, winning it 15-13, and it's about as much of a thriller as you could possibly hope. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I have, and we will be back with you here on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock on the Union Digital Network, as we'll be bringing you the Lady Bulldogs against Harding University, and that should be an interesting non-conference matchup. And then they'll be on the road for 3 consecutive weekends before we come back with a home game against West Alabama on November 2nd, a Tuesday night, and then we'll have a Thursday-Friday doubleheader. It'll be Lee and Shorter, and Union would like to get some revenge for losses at both of those two schools' courts. They'll certainly be looking for that. So we got 4 more telecasts for you, and we'll be looking for you for all of them. But until Tuesday night, for our ever-cool, ever-present director Paul Schultze and our camera operator Christopher Reasons and Billy Bolin, this is Steve Beverly saying Union wins it 3-2, and until we're with you Tuesday night, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.